Good morning, I'm Adam, this is Board at Home and welcome to All Aboard and a brand new week. Before we get started with this week, I want to say thank you to everyone who came along to our Lorcana winner box yesterday. It was a great turnout, it was great to see a good mixture of regular faces, new faces, both local and regional. Thank you all for coming along, making it the event it was. Congratulations to our winner. You will get your Into the Inklands box upon release day, and we are looking forward to doing more big events like this in the future, especially with news of the store set championship kits coming out for Lorcana in a few months' time. So on to this week, and as always we will begin with a look at our game of the week as well as product highlight on some other games within the shop. So we're going to start this week with My Island. This is from Thames and Cosmos, one of our primary suppliers, and is the follow-on to the critically acclaimed My City. In these games you will be building up your city over the course of several episodes and chapters. Each episode will give you new scoring conditions as well as new components to add to the game as you progress through. So you do have a legacy aspect to these games. These are very family-friendly games. They are very approachable games. So despite the legacy tag that is on them, these work well for families, kids of all ages as well can join in with this. They also have a non-legacy aspect to these, so the boards are double-sided, allowing you to just play normal games if you just prefer to play a normal game. You can also replay a chapter if you would like and just use the components for that chapter. So there's lots of ways that this game can work for you if you're just looking for a quick one-off game in between campaign sessions, or you want to redo a challenge to see if you can do it better, maybe try out some different strategies. So that is this week's game of the week, My Island. We have plenty in stock, so if you're looking for a good family game, do come on down and check this one out this week. Next, we're going to throw back to a couple of games from Hachette Board Games that we've had in for a little while now. First up is Tribes of the Wind, with the beautiful illustration by Vincent de Trade and designed by Joachim Thorn. So in this game, it is primarily a resource management game where you will be collecting resources, primarily water, in order to regrow your forest. However, in order to do so, you need to be able to get rid of the pollution on the tiles, which will allow you to grow your forests. And as you move your wind riders around the board, those wind riders will allow you to repopulate the forests and build villages. So everything very much is interconnected with each other. Everything will need everything done in order to do it. There's also extra components like monasteries that you can place out, and then there's endgame goals that you can try to complete as the game progresses, as well as specific clan abilities that can be unlocked for doing different challenges. Now, the really innovative thing with this one is that you are using not just the resources in your hands, but you are using the resources in your opponent's hands as well. So everyone's hands will be on one of these stands in front of them. On the front of the card will be your specific information, what action this card will do. On the back, it will show everyone else what elements you have. So you'll be looking primarily to your neighbours, to your left and your right, to see what elements they have, and then you'll work out what you can do. So whether you've got the same amount or more than one or both opponents, what the combined total of any given element is between all of the opponents, and you'll be using that in order to perform these actions. A really, really fun game. Despite the look of the game and all the pieces there are, it is not a difficult game. It is sort of a mid-weight game, so if you're looking for a good Euro, but you don't want to spend ages just flicking through a massive thick rulebook, then do try out Tribes of the Wind. Really, really satisfying. You can go back to it and try out different ways maybe to score your points. There's extra bonus points that you can score at the end of the game as well. So you can really work out how to maximise your efforts in this game. So that is Tribes of the Wind. We also have a copy of this in the shop available for people to play whenever they visit to play in the boardroom. So if you haven't yet, do give that one a go. And then next from Hachette, we have got Mythicast. So this one is a little bit newer than Tribes of the Wind, but this is another lovely midweight Euro game. In this one, you will be building up the layers of Mount Olympus as you give praise to the gods. You have this action board in the middle of the table here, where you'll be moving your pawns around to perform a variety of different actions. Each player has their own game board that will have their buildings on, that will tell you what resources you need, and then you've got this other central board where you place all of your buildings. When you place a building, you take one of the remaining numbers from that level and add it to wherever the building had come from. This will act as a multiplier for you for your points at the end of the game. The other interesting thing with this as well is that not only do you need to collect your resources, but depending on what level you wish to build on, you'll need to move your resources up the mountain as well, representing your workers gathering those resources and moving them up the mountain. Really, really satisfying game. There's gods as well that will give you mid-game bonuses and benefits, as well as end-game scoring objectives. So there's really a lot of ways that this game can go round. You've got favours as well, which allow you to piggyback on the other people's actions. So very, very open game, and a lot of options available for you. And the game will end when either someone has built all of their buildings or 3 of the levels have been completely built on. Again, this is in our library. We have plenty in stock, so if this sounds like your kind of game, do come on down, give it a try. We're happy to answer any questions about this, but certainly one that I could recommend if you enjoy your Euros, you're looking for something new. Hey, now we will move on to a new range of games that have come into the shop. Really excited for these. We're not all that familiar with them, but we're glad we've got them in. They've already garnered a lot of interest, and that are these 5 small box games from All Play. So we first heard of these through one of our suppliers. They got them on board, and we decided that it was a good thing to try and get some of the games in. They look really good, reminiscent of like the Oink games, small box, big game kind of ideology. And so we've got here Big Top. This is a simultaneous bidding game. You'll be bidding on various acts to hire for your own circus. Chomp. This is a tile laying game where you are trying to manage the ecosystem of your own land. You've got your herbivores and your carnivores. You need to make sure that both are well fed at all times. Sail, a 2-player trick-taking game where you are on the high seas and you are trying to gather treasure. And then we've got Mindspace, a flip and write polyonymo game. This one kind of working with like the senses, as it were. And then finally we've got Kucha. This is a bidding game where you are bidding on the latest fashions on the fashion scene. So all of these are now available in store to purchase. If you have any questions about any of them, do come in and ask. As I said, we are getting to know these games ourselves, being the first time that we've had them in. But suffice to say, we are super excited to have these in our inventory. Another wonderful independent games designer, games publisher on the books as well. So we're really, really happy with those. That about wraps up our product highlights. Next on the agenda is our Lorcana release. So we are now just days away from the release of Lorcana. With that said, we do have all of our products. So just to show you a little glimpse, some of the boxes we opened just to make sure our product was okay. Everything else is sitting safe and sound behind the cameras. Later this week, we will be going through everything and sorting together all of the pre-orders. So everyone that put in their pre-orders and has paid will have their pre-order boxed and ready to pick up on the 23rd from 10 AM. If you're not available this weekend to pick them up, then we will just have them boxed and ready for whenever it works for you at your convenience. We will have plenty of stock as well on the day for purchase, including the mats, the play mats, the deck boxes, sleeves. We will have booster packs. We will have we will have troves. We will have gift sets, starter sets. So we're going to have the whole range here ready and waiting for you on Friday. Then Friday evening is of course our launch party. So if you haven't booked yet for it, we only have 3 spaces. We always hammer this point home, but please do book if you would like to come along to this event. We don't want the event to get booked out, you come along and there not be any space for you to play. So please do make sure that you book that to avoid any disappointments. That is going to be £30 on Friday, that's the 23rd, kicking off at 7 PM, and you'll be given 6 packs to build a deck, after which you'll play through 4 or 5 games and earn your first points for the Lorcana League. And then of course our Lorcana League does start officially on the 25th of February. There we go. And that'll be alongside a free 1-hour session between 11 and 12 for anyone looking to play Lorcana for the first time. Maybe you're collecting but you haven't played and you're looking to get into the game aspect of it, or you just haven't got into the game yet and it has intrigued you. You come along, we'll sit you down, show you the basics of the game, and then if you like to, you can stay on and join the league officially. So that about wraps up everything for this week. Looking forward to March. We of course have our pre-release for Star Wars Unlimited on the 1st of March, and then starting the week after on the Saturday 9th of March will be our new weekly Star Wars Unlimited weekly play. Do keep an eye out for more details on the organised play kits for these. We haven't had any visual confirmation of what these will be, so really excited to show that off for you. So do keep an eye out for future videos where we will go over all of those details. Now if there is anything that you have any questions about, either within the video or anything that we do within the shop regarding events or stock, do let us know in the comments below. You can give us a call as well, you can drop us an email, get in touch via our socials, or just pop into the shop if you happen to be nearby. Always happy to answer any questions that you do have regarding the board games that we stock here. So that is everything, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, we will see you in the boardroom.